firing us away.
I just want to check, this is embargoed, eh?
Yeah, it is. 12 o'clock tomorrow.
Given what took place here last summer, I know it's 2 days out, what are your initial thoughts on the surface?
Really honest, I'm not sure. Obviously last year we had plans of how it would play. So this year it looks a little bit more greener than it did a year before. They tried to leave grass on last year, and all that grass burned dead. Whereas this time around it looks a little bit more grass. But not sure.
And then just update on, I know you had fitness tests this morning, Tienes and Temba.
Yeah, as far as I'm concerned, I think Tienes has been past fit. Temba a little bit sick, and they just wanted to hold off on the fitness test because when your system is a little bit down and you push it, then there's an opportunity of maybe hurting a little bit more. So they just moved that to tomorrow, but they did say that it looks like he'll be good to go.
The uncertainty about the surface, does it make you a bit nervous?
It just makes it a little bit, not nervous, no, I just like clarity. We've been preparing for a test match at home, and, combinations of the team, to have the option of maybe sometimes looking to play 4 seamers, especially when subcontinent teams get you. But the nature of the wicket, especially what it did last year, I feel like you have to have a spinner definitely playing on this wicket.
But with Vernon not being available, and you spoke about playing 4 seamers, but how keenly are you going to sort of miss that all-rounder presence?
Yeah, I mean that's always been our topic of discussion. We always say that in an ideal world you want a number 7 all-rounder that can bat and be a 4th seamer, and that's an ideal world. But our balance doesn't allow us that, so therefore we have to go to the 3 seamers and a spinner and the 7 batters route, and that's the only option we have. But in an ideal world, I still think a perfect balanced test team does have a top 6, and then you have a number 7 all-rounder that's a proper all-rounder that can be your 4th seamer as well, so you have 5 bowlers that you can use.
Any concerns about the length of your tail then? Because number 8 is obviously going to have to be there or KG or...
Yeah, because we're playing a top 7 of batters, I think that evens it out. We're playing 7 with top order batters, so that even though your tail is a little bit vulnerable, it doesn't start when you play all-rounder at 7 and all-rounder at 8. It's the same as having 7 top order batters.
I guess sort of related to that, then what does the order start to look like? Do you stick with what you did in the second test in Colombo and have Tienes at 3?
I think that Ash has been our number 3 forever. He's been our rocket number 3. So for me, it's by backing in there. Yes, Tienes did there, but there was a bit of reasoning behind moving Ash to 4 in Sri Lanka to have your more experienced, more players that are used to those conditions against spin at 4 and 5, which is myself and Nashi obviously. And Tienes is coming in as a new player, giving him the best opportunity at facing a ball a little bit harder. It's always easier at top in the subcontinent. So we were trying to balance out making it a little bit easier for Tienes in his first couple of test matches. But yeah, normal batting lineup, I think we'll go back to Ash at 3.
Dale said he hadn't looked at the wicket, but Supersport Pass backs first if you win the toss is usually a good bet. You have looked at the surface. Do you agree?
Yeah, no, it's not like that anymore. You have to, as I said, the pitches change here, so you have to, on the day, get here and then see. If you feel there's enough grass on that wicket, you can get your seamers to do the talking. So that will be a decision that I make the morning of the test match.
What are you hoping for the Christmas? These under the TV guys tomorrow, you have that test match starting Monday.
Yeah, I haven't thought of that. I was very good this year, so I'll get
there's been a lot of talk about Ash, and he's not, I guess, at the level that he had 6 years ago, which is probably impossible to maintain. Are there sort of concerns about him being on the wane at all from within the team?
I think for me, something that was really important is just some time in the middle for Ash. Now in this last game for the Cobras. Time in the middle is a wonderful thing. So obviously, as you're saying, Ash, he knows that he hasn't scored the amount of runs that he would have liked. in the last year. But it's a new season, you know, it's fresh. He's coming off of 50. So I think it'll be important for him to get off to a good start in this series, you know, just to settle the nerves, be confident. These things are battle within yourself as a player. You have to make sure that you fight whatever you need to fight and get over what you need to get over in your head. We know Ashley technically is one of the most sound players in the world. He's proven that over a long period of time for South Africa. So yeah, it's just something that he would need once you get that confidence back with one score. Obviously, it'll be ideal to start with a test match, but I think it did him the world of good just to spend some time in the middle for the Cobras this weekend. T20 cricket is a harsh game. If you slightly off it, you don't get balls to get yourself in and just get used to the pitch. So it can be a cruel game if you're a little bit out of form. So it was really good, as I said, that he got some time in the middle. There's no substitute for batters just to be in the middle and spend some time there.
Given that Pakistan have a very good bowling attack, leaving Hash aside for a while, there is a little bit of concern that, you know, Dean, Aiden maybe would want a bit more runs. Tienes hasn't played for quite a while. Kemba hasn't played for quite a while. So in the batting lineup, there are quite a few guys with sort of question marks alongside them.
I think definitely from an opening point of view, you would have to go on those two, just the experience they had last summer for us and how well they did for us in the home series as last season. As you say, yes, in a perfect world, you'd come into a series with a truckload of runs behind your name. But purely as an opening pair, those two has proven for us a massive weapon in Test cricket. They've over the last season and a half got us off to really good starts. So yeah, you would fall back on their experience. And then as every season when we get to the start of the season, I always say that, you know, it is going to be a challenge of the batting units. We know that if you come to South Africa with a good batting attack, it's going to be competitive, and it showed last year with India and Australia coming here. Some of the very good team attacks. So once again, South Africa and Pakistan have got two tremendous batting attacks and in a real good form. So yeah, our success this series will definitely get measured on the form of our batters. So hopefully we get 2 or 3 guys that can have a good series.
Should it be a case that Timber does not play in spare arms or comes in? Will he then bat at 6, or could you still sort of play around a bit with the order?
Yeah, if he comes in, it'll be a straight swap. I'd like to settle into, you know, if we're going to play 7 batters, try and get some sort of consistency on where you want the guys to play. As I said, Ash has been our number 3 for, so as long as he's in the team, the number 3 position will be his. And then obviously me at 5, so that makes it Temba and Tienes 4 and 6. Obviously Tienes bats 3, so he's more suited I think at number 4, and Temba has done a good job for us at 6. Quinny at 7 is, you need him at 7 for his explosiveness, to bat with the tail. It's a very difficult position, and Quinny does that really well for us.
Faf, with your experience of playing against Pakistan over the years, where do you think the 2 teams to stand up?
Yeah, as I said, 2 very good batting attacks. I think Pakistan will be coming over here hoping that the same thing, they would be talking to their batters to say to them, listen, that runs will be the key for us in this series and we need to put totals on the board. I saw Mickey after said the same thing about talking about how good the batting attack, the Pakistan batting attack is, and they would need runs on the board. So yeah, it's the same thing with every team coming in. If your batters can do well, then you have a chance. But for us, obviously, we see that as an opportunity as well. Pakistan does have an opportunity there when you can get them in trouble early on. There is a little bit of something there in the middle that you can work with. So it's just about making sure that hopefully we start well and put some doubts early in the series.
Given a lot of South African guys came to Pakistan last year, yourself included, do you think this might be a series that's played in friendlier spirits than, say, the series against Australia?
Yeah, definitely. I 100% think so. I've never played a series against Pakistan where there's been hostility. I think, as I said before, we are quite a relaxed team. So, yeah, when we play against Pakistan, I expect a like you said, it will be obviously there will be intensity and there will be test cricket, which is test cricket, but it will be a friendly series.
Okay, as a lot, I'm going to talk about it.
Can you just do that one at the end?
Sure.
Yeah, then it's easier to close it.
Faf, your impressions of Zubair from what you've seen of him?
So, to be really honest with you, I haven't seen too much of him. I haven't seen him play in the domestic game. Just met him yesterday for the first time. So he looks like a good youngster with a good head on his shoulders, been scoring runs in form. So definitely someone for the future. I've spoken to a lot of people about him, and the word on the street is that technically very, very sound. So I'm really looking forward to getting to know him a little bit better, and also see what he's all about. Because I do hear that there's a big future for him in the testing.
These Boxing Day tests, like the New Year's test, are always special occasions. For you that grew up here in this part of the world, now for the first time you're able to play the Boxing Day test here, lead your country here, how special is that for you?
Yeah, boxing and New Year's Day test are the two, I suppose, prime test matches for us as the pro test. It's fantastic to see people when they're on holiday and they come out and they support you. Hopefully we'll get a good crowd at Centurion. It's a new time of the year for cricket to be played there. But certainly there's a lot of Titans guys in the dressing room. They're familiar with the conditions here, and yeah, it's really nice for me. Every test match that I come to play, all my family still lives in Pretoria, so it's nice to have them here. It will be the first time that I spend Christmas at home in, I reckon, 15 years, so that will be nice. It will be a nice thing to have, and I know some of the other guys will enjoy that same opportunity while being from Titans.
I just want to get your opinion on a broader topic that seems to come up in Oz with the pitch. With the Perth match was described as averaging. Doesn't seem to have gone down well with some of the Australians. Where is the right balance for a test pitch, and do you think that the ICC was a bit harsh on regulation for that?
Yeah, right balance would be day one wicket being a bit slow, a little bit green, but move around, but slow. Day 2 and 3 would be good batting days. Day 4 we start to get a bit of up and down and a bit of spin, and day 5 ball can spin quite a bit and go up and down also quite a bit. But I think for me it's always about having that balance between bat and ball. You don't want flat wickets because it's not exciting cricket, and we certainly don't want wickets like that. All we always ask for when we play at home is wickets that's got pace and bounce, that's all. Because we do have good pace bowlers. We've got height in our attack, which is all we ask for. So hopefully you'll see that over this test series, and the pitches produces something like that. But you certainly don't want balls flying through the top on day 2 or 3, then when the wicket is slightly towards the other side.
Did you think that the pitch in Perth was average as it was described by the ICC? Looking at it from afar.
I didn't watch a lot of it, just watched a bit of it, but I did see that there was a few, I think it was on day 2, there was a few balls that shot through the top. So if that happens, then I think the wicket isn't ideal, whether it's average or not. Once again, you have to watch the whole test match to make a comment like that, but generally on day 2 and 3 should be your best batting days. So if that happens, but in saying that, it looked like there was a good contest. I mean, both teams got decent run of runs. So if you get anything past 250, 300, then it means it's okay. But for me, the one thing is when the balls are starting to shoot through and hit guys on the head or on the fingers, then the wicket gets dangerous.
You did have a very close-up look at Duan last week in Bloemfontein. Do you think he could be a key figure in this test?
I think so. I'm really excited. I think it's a great opportunity for him. Obviously been not with us for a while. We've had some huge success in our fast bowlers, and Dale's come back and into the mix, which he wasn't before. So I think from the last time that I've seen him play in England, got the opportunity, as you say, to play against him in Bloom this week, and very impressed to see that his consistency has improved. He's not just a bowler that can bowl fast anymore. He's a bowler now that lands the ball pretty much where you need him to land the ball, with a little bit of swing on it, and we know that he's got pace.